sounds like they hit Ukraine pretty hard. Russia did. There was an astrologer that I watched last week, and he indicated this would be a bad month for Ukraine. He says if they could make it through this month, they'll be maybe okay, but he says this will be a real bad month astrologically for Ukraine. I don't know if Russia uses astrology for their attacks. I really doubt that they're that sophisticated, because they got fooled by us. We fooled them, and they fell for it. So I don't think they're sophisticated enough to use astrology. But anything they do will be successful. If they do it smart, they'll do well. And of course, the West is going to make it look like they hit civilians and everything on purpose. I mean, they're just lying to us all the time. You can't take what they say as true at all. But they got hit regardless. Ukraine is not going to do well in July. They used Kinzhal missiles on them, and it just sounds like they had no way of shooting them down. And of course, oh yeah, we're going to send you some missiles now. Well, they already got hit. It's just like these storms. Evacuate the area after this tornado came. Well, it's too late now. The tornado hit. Or the event already happened. Everybody leave. It already happened. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, they got hit pretty bad. They said they hit a hospital and there was blood all over, and I don't think the Russians would hit a civilian place on purpose, because that costs money. And to shoot at civilian targets is not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to be of any benefit for you unless you think that there's armaments in there or something like that, which is what the West is doing. We're arming civilian targets because they know that they won't hit it. And they've been doing that from the beginning, and they lie. It's just one big lie, and it's our government that's doing it. And we thought all our lives that our government was good, and they've been lying to us all along. I mean, they lied in Vietnam too, and that was sort of exposed, but people forget. But it's the same people that are in control now as what they had in the 70s. They're a bunch of criminals. They committed genocide in Cambodia and in Vietnam. They were just about as bad as Pol Pot. They're the ones that allowed all that to happen. And that's what we got running this country. They call the shots. They don't control it 100%. I don't think that they call it the shots. They do it enough where they can create wars and manipulate our money and manipulate the markets. I don't think they're manipulating the stock market now. I think that's done. I don't think they can manipulate stocks quite as well. I think they're losing power. I think they're gradually losing power, and I think they're scared. They're afraid. Back when they ran complete power, they didn't have to lie as much. Now their lies are getting more brazen. Before, they let Russia do all their dirty work, and they were funneling money to Russia and aid secretly. I think they were selling them any technology that we come upon. I think they were giving it to the Russians and Chinese. Well, now there's no Russia to give it to. They're not going to give Russia that now. trying to fight them now because they're free. And Trump doesn't want to have any part with that. He doesn't want to have a part of that. He sees through it. I don't think he sees through the Gaza part. I don't know if maybe he doesn't know what to think of that thing in Gaza. I mean, they're our allies. They share the same culture with us. I can see why we support them. I can sort of see it, but we should have done that different. We caused that in Ukraine. And the thing in Israel, that was evil, setting that up. That was against the wishes of God. That was against the dictates of God to try to set up Israel. That was, they were told not to do that. That was done by people that were anti-God. Zionism is not a good thing. And there's religious people over there that know, too. They know that. And they are now up for draft. They could be drafted. They had some kind of, I don't know if it was a court ruling or what, but an Orthodox Jew can be drafted. I don't know if there was some kind of question, but they settled it and they said, yep, you can be drafted. You have to go into a war that they, I guess if you don't like it, you'd have to leave. Renounce citizenship or come to America or something like that. They're over there. They're living on that land as Jews. They know it's wrong, but they might have lived there all along. That's the thing. And they just got caught up in it. But this stuff will be resolved in the next 8 years or so. It might take a little longer to resolve the really deep issues, but this will be a thing of the history. It'll be a thing of the past. It's not going to just keep broiling like this. It will improve. The new generation will solve these problems. I ate some more of that bread. It wasn't so bad. It was just wet on the outside, on the top. And I still got a little bit of bread left, and I got a little bit of cucumber. Finished the peppers. So I got food. I'm not starving. At 11 we can turn on the radio again maybe and get the full news. I missed part of it. Call of Nature. It's a good thing I went in. And this 35 goes all the way to, I drove on 35 a little bit on my trip to Arkansas. It goes with 61 for a short distance. I think it does. So if we do this right, we'll have 35 dash cammed. We could dash cam the whole of 35. From end to end. I'm not going to do all of it today though. There's an area between 94 and La Crosse, but I got part of it going north from La Crosse last year, but I didn't go all the way up to the interstate. There's maybe an hour of stretch there that I will have to do unless I do it today. Then I'll have 35, the whole length of 35 done. Going at least in one direction.